All right, y'all, this is one of the ways I build my fire, okay? Obviously, first, make sure that damper is open, okay? So, these are all 16-inch pieces. I can't remember the name of this grate that I got from the local hardware store. It's nothing special. And it gets so hot, it's kind of melted the bottom of the rack here underneath it, the log holder. See, there's a hole right there. Anyway, so I just stack it 3 wide, just like that. And then I go on top and get a little smaller pieces. A little smaller. Crisscross it. Found me some good piece. I can fit one more, maybe not. Okay, just leave a teeny tiny little air space. Make sure that air gets around those logs, okay? So, there we go. That's what I do with the firewood. And then I have kindling, which everyone should have some kindling. If you don't have kindling and you just try and start the fire with these logs, then it's gonna smoke quite a bit at the beginning. So if you just put some fat wood in there, probably gonna have to put 2 or 3 sticks or so of fat wood, probably underneath these logs right here. Light it and either start putting these logs on top. That's what you could do, but I'm telling you, it will smoke quite a bit at the beginning. You need that draft going, so I start with a tiny fire. And I will go ahead and put a couple of pieces of kindling here. Not a couple of pieces, this is more like 20 pieces, probably more. This is softwood and a little bit of maple, soft hardwood. A little bit of pine, softwood, cedar, pine, 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 maple, maple. It's soft maple. All right, and then I will take 2 pieces right here. Two pieces of kindling, put them on the ends, and I actually have slightly smaller in length pieces of fat wood that I'm going to be putting crisscross this way again, kind of running parallel with these fellas. And I'm going to put one piece of fat wood right here, right in the middle, actually a little towards the back. Because when that smoke starts and that draft wants to start going through the flue, I want it to start on the back wall near that area, not the front. So let me go ahead and get a lighter here. There we go. So we just got it started. Y'all can see that. Just got it started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add kindling. So the reason why I did it like this is to create a little air space in between that kindling, not the kindling, the fat wood, and this wood. Like I said, have some slightly smaller pieces. Just like that. draft get going. One more in the very back. Okay. All right, there we go. See that one piece of fatwood in there in the middle? I have mostly white oak and red oak, and there's a couple of pieces of red maple firewood in there, just a couple. But anyway, that right there is gonna start the fire, y'all. That's all you need to do. You don't need to fool with it anymore. You don't need to keep adding wood on top. I mean, I put a lot of kindling on there. The more kindling, the better at the beginning to get it started, y'all. It's super important to get that very small, easy to light pieces on top. If you're gonna do this top-down method, which is what I prefer because there's a lot less smoke. It's gonna spread to the other pieces. And just that fire's gonna slowly start to work its way down. Those embers fall down and eventually catch those larger logs at the bottom. See all those air spaces? Super important. You want that fire burning nice and hot. At least I do. I don't like the smoldering fires. It's getting a little toasty around it, and that glare is awful. Let's just give you an idea of how I start my fire. One of the ways I start my fire. See, but you have to have plenty of kindling around, which I definitely make sure that I have lots of kindling around. It's just starting to slowly work its way down to the larger pieces of firewood.